Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with another transfer roundup. I thought I'd get on as it's quite busy. It's picked up, and obviously we had a confirmation of Pau Torres signing yesterday, which is great news. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And yeah, we'll go over one or two of the rumours. There's bids being made if the journalists are led to be believed. And we could be seeing some forward players coming in. So exciting times. Before we get going, we are well on the road to 2K. I know I've got 1800 plus on there, but we're actually 1900 plus, and we're only 55 subscribers away from the big 2K. So please, please, please hit that like button and help us spread the word of the channel. Hit the subscribe button and help us get to 2K. If we could do that by the end of the week, that would be absolutely amazing. And if you do want to become a member and join and become an official Villa Park Pod follower, then all you need to do is pay $1.99 per month. It's just $1.99 per month, and you will be entered into a prize draw to win a full set. I think it's the first three sets of the Villa Legend beer mats with our friends Aston Brewing Company. And as you can see, some fantastic ones there. Dwight York, Olaf Melberg, Ian Taylor, Paul McGrath, and then we've got Brian Little there. We've got Tony Daly, Ezri Konsa. Some great beer mats there. You can put them in a frame. You can obviously use them, yes, a real nice gift there. So, yeah, you'd be massively supporting the channel. So please do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button first, and then if you want to become a member, just $1.99 per month, and get entered into the prize draw. So, forward players, wingers, we've had a few rumours here, we've had a few rumours there, but it looks like we're actually making moves on the wingers front. First up, one that's probably not going to get anywhere is Federico Chiesa. And now the word is that we did actually approach, and we were the only club that put a bid in around about 50 to 60 million euros, if the reports are led to be believed. We've gone through his stats before. Obviously, done very, very well for Italy and looked very threatening in Euros and World Cups. Had a bit of an injury hit time of late, so would be potentially coming back from injury, and us maybe, that's maybe why he's looking for a move. Played 21 times last season for Juve. Only started 6 games, scored 2 goals. Can operate down the left or right. And both goals were from inside of the box, both goals with his right foot. 5 assists, which isn't bad considering the number of games that he played. So obviously, likes to beat players, likes to get crosses in. And pretty decent in terms of accuracy, 79%, 89% in own half, only 67 in opposition half. So does like to take players on, and does like to, dribble. 56% successful dribbles, which isn't too bad at all. So likes to get around and beat players. And as I say, as most of us will remember him from, playing for Italy and being extremely threatening, 41 appearances and 4 goals for the Italians. And I've compared him here with Moussa Diaby, who's, you'll find out, is another player we're interested in. Now, looking at it, obviously, attacking wise, Kay's got 73, creativity 74, technical ability 62, and tactically 48. Comparing him there with Diaby, Diaby's obviously got the boost on the attacking and the creativity and the technical ability, and then tactically, Chiesa slightly better as well as defensively, but he would be Chiesa, as I say, I don't think that he's one that we're going to pursue, because he's actually said, Aston Villa is probably a project that he's not too interested in. But looking at this, he'd be a player that, he'd be on the road back to fitness, and maybe would be a little bit more of a risk than one or two of the others that we're potentially looking to get. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments on Chiesa. We did cover a little bit on Diaby yesterday, so that's looked like it's gathering real heat now and gathering real force. I believe as of just now, we've had a second bid put forward of 45 million euros. So it's moving up from the 28 million that I believe was yesterday, and now to 45. They're looking for more like, as I say, 50 to 60 million euros, I believe. 60 million. I think if we're to do a deal, I'd probably say it'd be around about the 50 million with maybe add-ons or, one or two other bits and bobs put in there, maybe a player to make weight. But again, we'll have a look at Diaby. As I say, he does look good, and I'd be very excited to see him potentially come in. Again, operates across the sort of middle line, and can go up front as well. Here predominantly down the right hand side, cutting in onto his left, but can also operate down that left hand side, cutting in, or can play through the middle. 33 games played, 33 starts, 9 goals last season, which is a decent return, very decent return. 7 from inside the box, 2 from outside the box. Looking at that, 80 shots across the season as well, which is pretty good. Likes to have a shot. 7 left foot, 2 right foot. Won a penalty as well. 8 assists, which isn't bad at all as well. We talked about this yesterday, being that against Leon Bailey, where Leon Bailey's maybe got 4 and 4, I think, or 4 goals and 5 assists. He's doubling those numbers, albeit in the German league. Accuracy, same as Chiesa, 79% in total, 89% in own half, 69% in opposition half. Obviously likes to beat players, likes to get round players, could give it away. Not great on the defensive side, so maybe not going to track back as much. But obviously, if he plays as an out-and-out winger on that right-hand side, he's obviously got a more defensive-minded right fullback who's gonna cover him. So could be a good option. 53% in terms of successful dribbles from 1.5 per game. So does like to beat players. And as obviously a French international with 9 appearances. Now, I've compared him with Brennan Johnson here, which we'll come on to in a second. But as you can see, we've just said there, Diaby's kind of stats really do shine through in quite considerable margins. So you get in someone obviously more established, a couple of years older, but obviously got that technical ability, attacking play, creativity, but obviously hasn't got the Premier League experience. So is he going to take a little bit more time to acclimatise? Again, you guys let me know in the comments, but I am leaning towards being extremely excited about Moussa Diaby coming in. Now, again, that next player, that rumour that will not go away is Brennan Johnson, and Craig Hope, friend of the pod, Tom Colomassi as well, obviously friend of the pod, who I will be having on very soon to discuss the transfers, has actually said, that we are actively interested in Brennan Johnson. It's interesting. I've read some of the Nottingham press stuff, and they are really considering the sale of Brennan Johnson, value him at around £40 million. It's to do with, a lot of it is to do with the FFP with Forest, and them needing to kind of balance that up. And this is, something that clubs are going to find. Nottingham Forest had a big spend last season, managed to stay in the Premier League, which is fantastic. But now they may have to sell, and Johnson is open to the idea of moving to Villa if the clubs can agree the right price. So, for me, exciting player, a lot of potential. As I said before, 22 years old, scored 8 goals in the Premier League last season. We've gone over quite a lot of his statistics. Predominantly down that right hand side, does a lot of hard work. 38 games played last season, which is a really good return for a young player playing in his first season in the Premier League. 8 goals, as I said, again, really good return. 8 from inside of the box, 12 strikes from outside of the box. 2 goals with his left foot, 6 with his right foot, and has got 3 assists as well. In a poor side, struggling side, but he was, him and Morgan Gibbs-White were the main players. So a lot was expected of him. Now you could say that, maybe he's going to get those chances, and maybe he could have been a little bit more ruthless. Or you could say, for a young player coming in, having that responsibility put on his shoulders and delivering on that is a real testament. Now the accuracy isn't great, but obviously playing in a Forest side, 63% accuracy per game, 68% in own half, only 54% in the opposition half. 0.9 tackles per game, so it does work hard. 0.9%, 0.9 successful dribbles per game, and ground duels won is pretty good. So I think with someone like Brennan Johnson, as we said, we're looking at more a potential. 22 years of age, first season in the Premier League. Is it how high is his ceiling? How much is he going to develop? Is Villa that next right club for him to then either develop with Villa or push on to greater things? Diaby, obviously, as I said there, beats him in pretty much every stat apart from defensively. So, a more direct, a more ruthless, a more finished product in Diaby. But are you getting someone who, with Diaby, is it a slight risk that he hasn't played Premier League football? Is it a case of he's going to take time to get settled in? Again, you guys let me know in the comments. I don't know if we would sign both of them. Obviously, we've still got Leon Bailey. There was talk that Leon Bailey could be sold. So does Leon Bailey go in, bring the option of having both Brennan Johnson and Moussa Diaby, or is it going to be one of those two with him? So yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I think whoever kind of bites first, whether it's Leverkusen accept the offer, we go for Diaby, or whether it's a deal can be done with Forest for Brennan Johnson. Emery will have last decision, but it'd be great to get your views in the comments on who you would prefer if we had to choose out of one of the two. Now, the kind of final player in terms of rumours is interesting one is AC Milan's Charles De Ketelaere. So apologies for my pronunciation, but Belgian international. Apparently, we've bid 25 million euros for him. AC Milan looking for more like 30 to 35 around what they paid for him. Burst on the scene at Bruges, had a cracking couple of years at Bruges, 90 appearances with 19 goals, but didn't have a great time last season at AC Milan with 32 appearances and 0 goals. Has 12 full caps for Belgium with 1 goal. Looks like an attacking midfielder who can play forward as well. Is 6'4", so would provide some really good physicality. Not sure how much he fills out that 6'4" frame. I'm not sure if he's pretty slight. Again, let me know in the comments your thoughts. But Villa have been criticised for not being the biggest of sides, and he would certainly help compensate that, and could be an option instead of an Ollie Watkins, or could work up top with him as well. Could operate down that right or left hand side. Now, I've looked at the Belgian season from 21-22 when he started 37 games, scored 14 goals, which is a fantastic season there, fantastic return. All goals from inside of the box of 14 from 65 attempts, 2 headers, 12 left-footed goals, 0 right-footed goals, so predominantly very much left-footed. 9 assists, which is again a phenomenal return, which obviously attracted the club like AC Milan to come in for him. 72% passing accuracy overall, 82% in own half, 66% in opposition half. Clearly likes to try the difficult passes, bearing in mind the assists that he's got. 1.3 tackles per game, so does put his foot in. 1.4 successful dribbles per game, 5.4 duels won. So obviously was a much lower standard in that Belgian Pro League, but operating at a very, very high level within that league. And I think he's probably found it tough in Serie A. 32 games played, only 9 starts, no goals. Has had quite a few, shots, 0 from 18 inside of the box. Has 1 assist. So his passing accuracy has been pretty good, but maybe it's just been a bit of a safe season for him. Successful dribbles has been pretty good, but maybe he doesn't want to take too many risks. A lot of maybe coming off the bench, a lot of those have been not so many minutes per game. But you're buying potential again. 22 years old, he's still got time. He's still got a lot of time to develop. Maybe Unai Emery will see something in him. Comparisons with Emi Buendia, very, very similar. Buendia's got the slight edge on creativity and slight edge on attacking, but not much. And De Ketelaere has got the better in the defensive side of things and slightly better in terms of tactically. So it's not a great deal of difference, but obviously you've got a lot of potential there with this player. So I don't know a great deal about him, but you guys again let me know your thoughts. Could he be a real useful player for us? By the looks of it, could be a player that could really develop, and we could be getting a real bargain there. Now, finally, the last bit of news is, thankfully, we saw this man in a Villa shirt, and holding up a Villa shirt is Mr. Pau Torres. finally did the deal and signed on the dotted line yesterday. Great for Villa fans to see a 31.5 million deal. I know Sky reported 45 million with add-ons. Obviously had his interview. Really excited about the project, as they all say. But Unai Emery, I really think, has gone after him and really wants him in the club. We talked with Gareth about what he will bring. He's obviously got that ability to carry the ball from defence into midfield, passing accuracy, nice long passes left or right. He's going to be very comfortable on the ball. Maybe used more for European nights if we can get through it in that group stage of the Conference League, and then maybe be brought through into the Premier League as we get more consistent, more confident with the ball. And I think we get those forward options who can hold the ball up top a lot more. But by all accounts, it's a real coup for us, Spanish international, and shows the direction that we're going as a club. So huge welcome to Pau Torres. He's going to wear the number 14 shirt. Hopefully, it's a real good, strong defensive setup now that we've got. And it's going to bring real competition and real solidity to our team. So yeah, fantastic signing now. Tielemans and Torres in. Who are we going to see next is the question, and I think we might see one or two before we head out to the States. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like I say, get involved in the comments. Your thoughts on any of those players coming in. Who would you prefer? Who do you like the look of? Who do you think is going to come in? And what are your thoughts on Torres finally signing on the dotted line? Thank you for watching. Please do, like I say before, hit that like button. Help us spread the word of the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Help us on the road to 2K. We're literally 55 off, which would be amazing if we could get that tonight. And we'll be back with more videos, live shows, fans forums, talking tactics. I've got an interview coming up, like I say, with Tom Colomasi from the Daily Mail. So please look out for that. But as always, thank you for watching. And remember, we all follow the Villa. Thanks, everyone.